And last but not least, trefoils are...
Trefoils. Hey everybody, welcome to the Mild Rumpus. Today, I'm going to be making a tag video. The first one ever! I can't tell you how excited I am. I finally got a tag. I'm not gonna lie, I've been low-key waiting for someone to tag me. I've been just kind of like sitting on the sidelines going like, hey, I'm over here. And it finally happened. Susie's Book Banter, which, side note, amazing YouTube channel. If you haven't checked her out, make sure you do that after you watch this video. Last time I saw, she was sitting at 951 subscribers, which is criminal. She is a literal librarian. Her book collection is next level. Be sure you check her out. Susie tagged me in the Girl Scout cookie tag, which you had me at cookies. Couple of fun facts before we dig into the tag. I did my research, folks. Girl Scout cookies are actually made by Little Brownie Bakers in Louisville. They've been making them there since 1973. They're celebrating their 51st anniversary this year, and they make 4.9 million Thin Mints per day. And you know, inflation got them too. They went up from $5 to $6. I once had a bootleg brownie. I had the hookup. She was selling them to me for $3 a box. I didn't ask any questions. And I don't know what the Raspberry Rally did to piss them off, but they gone. All right, let's just dive in, shall we? So there are 8 cookies, and you're supposed to match a book with a cookie. Just go with it. Also, before we start, welcome to the House of Flimsy. There's going to be a lot of noise because I live in New York in a small crammed apartment, 1 bedroom, and there's always sounds. So I deal with it every day. You deal with it for one video or go watch something else. For Trefoils, we're supposed to talk about a classic novel that we love. This was one of my 5-star reads last year. In fact, 3 out of 4 of my 5-star reads are featured in this little stack here. For this cookie, I picked Candide or Optimism by Voltaire. This is a book that was written in 1759, and I was literally laughing out loud. It tells the story of Candide, who's this sheltered young man, and he's being indoctrinated by these ideas of optimism. Well, as you're reading the book, catastrophe after catastrophe after catastrophe occurs, and he's always like looking on the bright side of life and just trying to get through it. This is a very funny book. It holds up to this day. Love it. Next, we have Lemon Ups, a book you find inspiring. For me, that would be Austin Kleon's Steal Like an Artist. When I read this book for the first time, my immediate thought was, I wish I had written it. It's jammed packed with so many great ideas, quotes from people that I really admire. If you are a creator of any kind, be sure to check this out. This is the 10th anniversary gift edition. If you want a signed copy, be sure to check out Book People. He lives in Austin and he signs there pretty regularly. So this is a great book. S'mores, a comforting book. Okay, it's time to get hippy dippy. This was my other 5-star read from last year, Jonathan Livingston's Seagull. So Jonathan is a seagull, and he's on the beach hanging out with his flock, and they're flying around. He's doing his seagull thing, and he somehow unlocks the secret on how to fly really fast. And when he tries to share this knowledge with the group, they're like, what are you talking about? You don't fly fast, you fly like this. And the more he tries to share his ideas and his secrets, he's viewed as dangerous, and he's cast out of the group. It's an allegory for anyone who thinks outside the box, makes their own rules, is viewed as an outsider. It would make a really great gift for teachers and students, I think. There is a new version out there that has like the lost chapter. In my opinion, there was a reason why that chapter was lost. I was not a fan, but I love the original. The next cookie is Adventurefuls, a cookie I've never heard of. Maybe that's the one that took out the Raspberry Rally. For Adventurefuls, we're supposed to talk about an adventurous book, and I think it's kind of obligatory, right? Samoas, a book that blends 2 or more genres. Robert McCammon's The Wolf's Hour. This book is set right before D-Day. There's a spy. He's trying to unravel a Nazi plan called Iron Fist, and he also is a werewolf. Do-si-dos, a book that you love that everyone seems to hate, and a book that you hate that everyone seems to love. Okay, bring it on. To say that I love this book is a stretch. I enjoyed reading it. I couldn't put it down. I read it in one sitting. As a story, I found it very captivating. However, I understand the controversy around the book. I understand why people would be upset by it. American Dirt by Janine Cummins. This is about a woman who owns a bookstore and she gets mixed up with the drug cartel. She has to flee the border. She takes her kids and you are following her journey crossing the border. The fit really hit the shan when Oprah decided to pick it for her book club. Questions started being asked about whether this author had the right to tell this story. Is it all just negative stereotypes? Is it trauma porn? I'm a sucker for trauma porn. Looking at it from purely a storytelling point of view, it's a page turner. All right. A book that you hate that everyone seems to love. This is going to be tough for a lot of you. It's going to be tougher for me. I'm trying to prepare myself for all the hate comments. I once had to answer this question in an icebreaker at a faculty meeting, and when I shared what book I hated that everyone loves, there were literal gasps from my coworkers. Like, one person even walked up to me afterwards and was like, my mom worked on that book when it was originally published. And I don't know what to tell you. I'm one of the few people in this world who does not own a copy of the book. Its artwork can be found on t-shirts and tote bags. Hear me out. There's a tree. It's just minding its own business, doing its tree thing. And here comes a little boy, and he starts taking things from the tree without consent, without asking. And every time he takes something else from the tree is happy. The kid grows up. He gets more selfish. He takes more things. And finally, he strips the tree of everything. It's whittled down to a stump. And what does he do? Does he apologize? Does he say, oh, what have I done? Oh, my carbon footprint. No. He sits on it. Uses it for a fucking chair. I can kind of predict where this conversation would go. Like, maybe the book is about a parent and how as a parent you have to be selfless and you would give anything for your child. Okay, but as their offspring, is that the kind of kid you want to be? Let's say the book is about a relationship. Is that the kind of relationship you really want to model? Where the partners are not equal? There's one person who just takes and the other one gives without consent and is just happy about it? To me, that seems very toxic. And yet, to this day, is considered a classic of children's literature. You will find it frequently in classrooms. And the message is just lost on me. I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm an only child. I don't have children. I don't want children. Now, since I didn't have a physical copy of The Giving Tree to hold up, I thought I would just double down on the hate. Let's just burn this channel to the ground, shall we? This is a book that is beloved by Book Talk and the BookTube community and all things dark academia. If we were villains, I didn't like the characters. I found them absolutely obnoxious. I hated the Shakespearean quotes every other sentence. It was torture. And this book has some amazing covers. Like every single cover that I've seen for this book is beautiful. This is a beautiful edition. It's signed, but I hate it. Okay, hang in there. We're almost done. Thin Mints, one of your all-time favorite books. This is an easy pick for me. Patti Smith's Just Kids. This book traces Patti Smith's early days in New York, finding her way as an artist, and it mainly focuses on her relationship with photographer Robert Mapplethorpe. Since so many of you have probably already read this book, I want to plug one that's not as popular, but I think is just as good, and that is Cookie Mueller's Walking Through Clear Water in a Pool Painted Black. That's a mouthful. In the 1970s and 80s, Cookie Mueller was sort of an it girl in the New York art scene. She was also in John Waters' Pink Flamingos. This is a collection of her essays and stories. It is brilliant. It is so underrated. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this book. It is so good. I cannot recommend it enough. Pick this book up. And last but not least, we have my favorite cookie of all, the Tagalong. For this cookie, we're supposed to tag fellow booktubers. Now, my channel, The Mild Rumpus, is brand new. I just started it a little over a week ago. So I thought what I would do is first tag people who are newbies like myself that could benefit from the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, the ringing of the bell, ding, ding, ding. All of these folks are relatively new, and I think they're killing it. So I tag Lori Beth, Marissa Thoman, Chrissy Furry, and Kindle and Kicks. You might want to change your channel name to Kindle Kicks and Cookies. You could be a Kardashian. And for the folks who have been around a while, I'm going to tag Criminali, Supposedly Fun, and Alex Unabridged. Now, if I tagged you, do not feel obligated. You can take a lesson from the kid in the giving tree and not reciprocate. That's fine. And since it is cookie season, if you don't have a Girl Scout in your life, if you're looking for someone to buy cookies from, can I recommend Troop 6000? They are a troop here in New York that are made up of families that are unhoused and living in temporary situations. So I always kind of make a point to order from them and my little dealer that's on the corner that sells me the cheap bootleg cookies, but don't tell anybody. Thanks again to Susie's Book Banter for tagging me. It was very fun making this tag video. I hope to do more of them. Thank you to A Web of Stories for creating it, and thank you for watching. If you like what you see, come join the Mild Rumpus. We do this whenever we feel like doing it, honestly. I say that I'm going to post videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. But much like Jonathan Siegel, I make up my own rules and I do my own thing. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching. Bye.